this is Coach Sharp. I have got a fun activity for you guys today, but it's going to take a little bit of your imagination and inventiveness, and I know that you guys can come up with something cool. So my lesson, my challenge is this. I want you guys to come up with your own activity and game. Now, I'm going to give you guys just a couple seconds to get a piece of paper, because there are some steps that you're going to want to write down so that you can make up your game and make it a success. So I'm going to help you through that process. So step one, and what you're going to have to figure out is whether you're going to play inside or outside, okay? And the game that I want you to come up with, I want you to use some kind of striking element. What that means is you can use a tennis racket, golf club, baseball bat, plate, broom, something that you are using to strike an element. So that could be a tennis ball, it could be a rolled up pair of socks, it could be a baseball, it could be any type of item that you have to hit with your striking element. Do you guys have your piece of paper? All right, we're gonna go through the steps. Step one, you've got to choose your environment. So, are you gonna play inside? Are you gonna play outside? Can you play both, inside or outside? Step number two, what type of game are you going to come up with? Is it a beat the clock game? A timed challenge? Is it a cooperative game where you're going to work together with somebody else? Or is it a competitive game where you're working against somebody? That's step two. Step three, you've got to pick your striking element. So for the game that I'm going to show you that I came up with, I'm using a tennis racket and I'm using a tennis ball. You guys can come up with anything you want, and I'll show you my game in a little bit. So step four is you are going to come up with the object of the game. What are you trying to do? Are you trying to hit a target? Are you trying to score points? And then a few other things you got to figure out. How many players do you need to play this game? What type of equipment do you need? For mine, I need a timer, I need a tennis ball, and I need my tennis racket, and I need numbers that are going to be taped on the wall. I'm going to have numbers 1 through 9 taped on the wall. That goes along with my game. That's part of my setup. Then I've got to figure out the rules. And then you're going to play it, and then I would like you to rate your game on a 1 to 5 scale. 1 being maybe not the best game and it needs a little work. 2, it's an okay game, maybe not the most fun. 3, pretty good, kind of right in the middle. 4, pretty awesome game, you would play it again. 5, that's an amazing game and you can't wait to share it with all of your friends when you get back to school. And what I would like is for you guys to post in the comments section what kind of game you played, if you came up with a name for it, how you play it, and then maybe we can get some other kids that are watching and looking at the comments and they can play your game, okay? So I'm going to set up my game and then I'll show you guys how we play the game that I came up with. All right, here we go. Okay, so for my game, I'm going to show you my setup. I have 1 through 9 taped on the wall. Some of them are a little curved, but those are going to be my targets. In my game, I have my tennis racket, I've got my ball, and I am going to have to go in order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I am going to use my racket, hit the ball up. Once I hit any part of the paper with the number 1 on it, then I go to number 2 and I continue until I am done. My activity is a timed challenge, so I do need a timer. I'm going to start that and then I start hitting all of my numbers to see how quickly I can get it done. Now, how far away you're gonna be, this is my backyard. I have a little sidewalk, and then I'm gonna come back probably, I don't know, maybe 6 to 7 feet, because I'm using a racket and a tennis ball, and I can hit that pretty well. So this is my game. You could play this with a plate and maybe a pair of socks or maybe a small bouncy ball, but now I'll show you guys how I play. I'm gonna be a little bit off, but I'm going in order, and we'll see how long it takes me. Now, I don't have my timer set up right now. I'm just gonna show you guys there would be a timer, and then whoever I'm playing against would go next, and we'd see who could go in order and have the fastest time. Okay, here we go. Work on. There's 1, 2. Get my ball. 3. Get number 4. Ah, 1 again. Here we go. 4. And, oh, I don't know. Am I going for 5 again? 5. 6. Gotta go a little lower. Oh, this is tricky. 7. 8. Last one. 9. And then I would turn off the timer, and then my partner would have a turn, and then we see who has the better score. There you go. That's my game. Now, if I was a student and this was my game and I wanted to submit it as my game, I would make sure that I talked about the fact that I played outside. You could play this inside, maybe not with a tennis ball, so it's not bouncing off the walls. My type of game was a timed challenge, and I had my striking element as the tennis racket. My ball was what I was striking, and the object of the game was to go in order with the numbers on the wall, 1 through 9, and to see who could do it the fastest. You could play with numerous people, see who got the fastest time, so the number of players could be however many people you had in the household. Challenge your family. My equipment: tennis racket, tennis ball, tape, paper, a marker, and that's basically it. Setup, I already got it set up. Took me maybe, I don't know, 5 minutes to get it all set up. And then the rules I kind of just went over. We're going 1 through 9 in order. If you miss, you have to keep going until you get the number that is next. Once you go 1 through 9 in order, stop the timer and you see who's got the lowest time. That was my game. Now, McCoy Cowboys, I want you guys to come up with your own. Go ahead and send it in. Leave a comment if you guys are from another school and let me know what you came up with. But McCoy Cowboys, you are either using Google Classrooms or Seesaw, and I want to see what you guys can come up with. Hope you have a great rest of the week, and I hope to see you guys soon. Coach Sharp out. Bye, guys.